welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well and you're still enjoying my Halloween season 2025. In today's video, we're using this gorgeous druzy edge round tray mold from Moulds and Shapes, and I'm so excited for this. This is a huge holographic foil for resin, and this was created by Katie Welham at Resin Supplies Den on Facebook. Now, Katie does do custom sizes, and if you recognize this foil and the next foil I am about to show you guys, they're so beautiful. You might recognize them from last year or the year before. I had them made, but I wanted them much bigger this year. So Dennis from Resin Supplies Den told me all about Katie. I chatted to Katie, I told her the measurements I wanted, and look at these beauties. They're so gorgeous. Honestly, what you can do with these is wild. And of course, if Moulds and Shapes trays are not in your budget, any mold will do. Katie does custom sizes. The next thing I purchased, now this was down to you guys. Thank you so much. A couple of you recommended this. I'm so sorry I can't remember your names, but do let me know in the comment section down below. This is the dark deep blue from Marblers. This is a mica powder. I mentioned a couple of videos back I was really looking for a dark deep navy blue, and so many recommendations came through, and the Marblers one was in my budget. So I went on to Amazon and I ordered it, and it is finally here, and I needed it for this exact project. The resin I'm using today is the Apex. This is an absolutely beautiful, easy to mix, crystal clear epoxy resin, all linked below with your code. And I'm going to be using the Sharon Kerr glitters from Resin Supplies Den. The heart, no, they're not hearts. Guys, why do I keep saying hearts? That's not the first time I've said it. Stars and Moons glitters from Resin Supplies Den. Sharon Kerr. So first up, I need to center my foil. Now, you might be wondering why I'm just not cutting around the edge of the foil, and that's purely because I don't want the edge to be seen in the resin. The chances of it being seen are slim, however, I didn't want to take the risk, so I am just cutting it around here. Not only is that going to minimize the chance of the edges being seen if I cut it close to the foil, but it's also going to minimize movement of the foil. So like once I've got my resin down and I put the foil in, you guys know resin moves and resin does what resin wants. So if I cut it close to the edge, it's almost going to act as a wedge, and it's not going to move the foil from where I really want it. Now these are mirror, guys, my words are not with me today, please forgive me. These are mirrored glass shards, mirrored glass pieces. Now I've recently went out into my garage and found the lighter version of, I was toying with the idea of using them. I ended up not using them in today's video, but I got them from the garden center. They're actually decorative vase stones for when you display flowers and plants in your home. Now, first up, I'm going to speed this bit up for you because it was quite time consuming, but I am laying down some stars and moons around the edge of the flat tray because the foil is going to go in the center. I don't really need any stars and moons beneath the foil. So that's the first thing I'm doing, and I'm literally just pressing them onto the silicone. If you're new to resin, if you are here and you are new to epoxy resin, these molds from Moulds and Shapes are super squishy silicone. So if you press down any kind of sequins or glitter, it will just naturally cling to the silicone. I'm not using anything to stick them on there. Next thing I'm doing is I'm pouring a layer of clear resin into the rim. Now I don't usually do this, but I wanted to see if it's going to make any kind of difference. The rim of this tray from Moulds and Shapes is druzy. It is intricately detailed, thousands of diamond cut druzies in there. Well, it's a druzy, it's a you know what I mean. There's a lot of detail, and I often wonder sometimes I can get hunks and chunks out where I haven't poured the resin slowly enough. I haven't allowed the resin to work its way in to all of those nooks and crannies. So because this edge is going to be clear but with some mirror sharp edges. I'm just rubbing it in to see if it makes much of a difference. That is an optional step. You do not need to do it. I just felt like getting particularly messy this day. So once I've poured in my clear layer of resin, I'm going to be pouring down on top these mirror shard glass pieces. I don't know how to say that in a much quicker way. Glass chunks. Mirror glass chunks. We'll call them mirror glass chunks. They are going down on top of that clear resin. Now, what I'm going to get from this, it's similar to what I've done in previous videos. It's just extra yummy, extra juicy, extra reflective, stunning, druzy cut diamond edge. That's what we're going for. And I was, like I said, toying with the idea of using the lighter color. These are quite dark and grey. I was toying with the idea of using the lighter ones, but I was also a little bit worried because quite often clear glass does disappear in epoxy resin, and it's been a couple of years since I've used those ones because, guys, I only just found them in my garage like a week ago after we've lived here over a year, so it's been a while. Then I'm just filling up the mold with the rest of that crystal clear resin. This project for me is quite an easy, beginner-friendly resin project using just a few simple ingredients to give you the maximum wow impact and just giving it such a gorgeous, well, it's sparkly at the end of the day. It comes out really quite sparkly. So once the rest of that epoxy resin is in there, I'm just going to give it a really, really good blast with the heat gun. I'm not filling up the tray at this point because, of course, I want it to have a much darker background color, which is where that Marbler's deep blue comes in. And I'm using the Let's Resin heat gun. Guys, do check out my description box. My description box is currently out of control with discount codes. I have the molds and shapes linked directly below in the description, so this mold will be directly linked with your 10% off. I don't have any discount codes for Resin Supplies Den. They are all independent small businesses running loads of different things. So check out Resin Supplies Den for all of your resin needs. There are people on there that do the holographic foils like this one. Of course, everything glitter, everything glass beads, everything you could possibly want for your resin and inclusions. So do check out Resin Supplies Den as well if you're in the UK. Now to lay down the foil, we are going to taco this. So you don't want any air trapped below this at all. So I'm literally creating a taco with the holographic foil. I'm allowing it to slowly rest on the resin, and I'm allowing the resin to take it. When you do this, you'll understand what I mean by that. You can see the resin working its way across the foil, and you can slowly but surely lay the foil down in the resin, ensuring that no air pockets get trapped beneath it. Now, if I just lay this straight down flat, there is a chance I'm going to trap air. So doing the taco method is genuinely, it works. It works so well. At this point, I wasn't so happy with my cut. I was feeling like it was a bit too tall, like too high up. I wanted it down a bit. I wanted it to come down by about 1.5 centimeters. So I cut off this little edge here. I cut that off the bottom with scissors, and I just pulled the acetate that holds the foil. I pulled it down so that my witchy vibes is now center, and this is 24 hours later. It is fully cured. Like I said, this is a really easy, beginner friendly resin project, but for people like me that have been doing resin 7 years, it's still, you know, doable, gorgeous, gives a wow impact with just a few little ingredients. Now, I have to say, I absolutely love this powder. Thank you so much to those who recommended it. It's not quite as dark as I thought it was. The packet makes it look like it is deep dark navy, nearly black. But when I opened it, I was like, that's quite light. It's quite a light blue. I'm really looking for like a dark, deep blue, closer to black than this. However, guys, this color is breathtakingly beautiful. Look at this. If this is not giving winter ice Christmas, I'm already looking forward to using this for my Christmas videos because this screams Christmas to me. With, imagine like white vinyl over the top, like a snowy winter scene with a deer and like forest trees in white vinyl. Oh my gosh, stop it. Cannot wait. So it is a dream blue for Christmas. So again, if anyone's got any ideas that are not gonna like empty my bank account for a deep dark navy blue, do let me know in the comment section down below. But this again is stunning. Now I did fill the tray up. I didn't quite have enough, so I did make up another little bit of resin and I just added it in there. But this blue is so beautiful, so beautiful. Could not wait to demold this the next day. 24 hours later, and my goodness, this edge is absolutely stunning. The second I went to demold it, I let out a like, ooh, gorgeous. And I think I've made the edge darker by using the darker glass shards, which is fabulous. I love this. The stars, the moon, all tie in with that stunning holographic foil. But the edge, guys, that edge, it is giving deep, dark ocean. It is giving ice. It's giving winter. Oh my gosh, stunning. I don't actually believe that rubbing the resin in has made a significant difference because the edge is stunning either way. But look at this tray. It is so stunning in its simplicity. It is a 3-ingredient tray. You've got the holographic foil, the moons and the stars, and the glass shards. You don't even need the glass shards because that edge is stunning in its own way. So easy, so simple, yet so impactful. Beautiful. I love the fact that the moons and stars are also holographic, but they're also chameleon. So you've got pink, blue, yellow, you've got it all in there at different angles. And that foil looks like diamonds? Who says that? Not me. Diamonds. The foil, look at this. It looks like crushed diamonds. Like, how stunning. Now, talk about that edge. You can't really see the edge, but what did happen was that the resin did come up over those sides and went over the foil, right? So on the bottom left, you can see it. There's like a wave where the resin came up and over. And it has impacted it, but still, you don't see the edge of the acetate. It's just that you see this weird line. But the edge of the tray, I mean, the whole thing combined, right up my street. Super stunning, reflective cut glass, diamond-esque, beautiful. I love this. I absolutely love this. So Katie Welham, thank you so much for the holographic foils. Now, Katie did send me the holographic foils. I did not buy them, but I will be buying them next time. Katie, thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate them. Beautiful. I have not yet used the other foil. Guys, I might save it for next Halloween because wow, my Halloween videos are coming in thick and fast and I'm pretty much done filming now, would you believe? I hope you guys feel inspired. Thank you again to Katie. Thank you to Resin Supplies Den for everything you do for the resin community. I love this. I absolutely love this. So rare of me to use blue as well, but blue is, believe it or not, my favorite color. And this powder is up there as one of my absolute favorite micas. Just look at it. Guys, all the details will be down below. Again, a nice, simple, quick 3-ingredient dish for your resin art. I hope you feel inspired and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.